compagno di classe corre per prendere un tram, ma sapeva che il tram lo avrebbe perso e difatti è arrivato diciamo in prossimità del tram che il tram è partito. Ecco, per dirvi che addirittura preterintenzionalmente si possono sviluppare, cioè o meglio manifestare capacità paranormali o addirittura, se si hanno capacità paranormali, potenziarle. Adesso passiamo all'applicazione pratica e ci vogliono 2 soggetti volontari. Eccoli là, benissimo. Allora questo è uno e poi l'altro? Lui? Benissimo.
I should remind you that I only have 2 copies left of my book on telepathic dreams. So if you're interested, you can look at them later this afternoon. They are for sale. They're in English, and there are parts that are fairly technical, so keep that in mind. The procedure will go like this. So that everyone can see and hear, I will work with these 2 people one at a time. I have never worked with them before, so I cannot predict how this is going to go. But I'm going to use 2 very different procedures depending upon the goal that they are looking for. So we will have a short interview followed by the procedure. And we will have both of us sitting at the table. One of the translators will translate my voice, the other translator will translate the subject's voice. Okay? So, who is going to be first? Now, I insisted upon having subjects who spoke English because that simply shortens the time for all concerned. You will be able to hear the translation through the microphone. Paula?
And if I don't understand something,
Ask me to repeat.
ask me to repeat the question.
Your name is Polly?
Polly.
Paula. All right. Can I call you Polly? Polly?
Simpatico.
And why did you volunteer for the session today?
Can you may I use here for
All right.
okay, please. Can you repeat?
Yes. Why did you volunteer for the sessions with me today?
Because I never tried hypnosis,
Yes.
and I'm very interested in it, especially for my studies in adult learning and creativity.
Okay, especially for your studies in creativity and adult learning. Do you have any particular issue in creativity or any particular direction that you would like to explore in creativity?
Yes, I like to explore something connected to the ability of changing your methods. You say, I mean the repetitive behaviors behaviors. Sì, comportamenti ripetitivi che nascono dalle proprie convinzioni iniziali.
You prefer to become more flexible in your behavior.
Yes, I like.
Mm-hmm. What is your current occupation or position?
I work in management
Now, were you interested in the work that we did with shamanism?
Yes.
All right, and were you interested in the personal mythology discussion?
Yes, I'm interested in it for what regards to the construction of opinion on the reality.
Fine. All right. These questions are very helpful to me in determining which direction we might go. And with you, Polly, I think we're doing something that will be related to shamanism, which means we will need a musical instrument. Shamans usually use drums or rattles. I see no drum or rattle, so we will use a bell. Now, when the shamans use a drum, it is to alter consciousness through producing a steady rhythm. A bell is used for somewhat different purposes. A bell is used to bring your attention to the here and to the now, the present. So when you hear the bell, it is a reminder not to allow you to get distracted. It is a reminder for you to focus on what is happening to you in the moment. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some instructions, and then I'm going to have you stand up for a moment. When you stand up, I'm going to have you take your left arm or your right arm and hold it from your body. Yes, up. Either one. Yes, and make it as strong as you can. Strong and rigid and tense. Right, very good, very good, very good. Now, whenever I push your arm, I want you to send exactly the same amount of force into your arm as you just did. No more, no less. Can you try that? Okay? Okay, good. Now you can relax. Relax, relax. All right? Now, I'm going to have you drop the earphones for a moment, because I will be giving very simple instructions. Close your eyes and think of an experience that you had with somebody that was very unpleasant.
Unpleasant?
Yes, very difficult. Like an argument or a fight. Nod your head when you have thought of such an experience. Now, you do not have to tell anybody the experience, you just have to think of it. Have you found such an experience?
Yes.
All right, fine. Now you can open your eyes, drop your arms. Now, listen very carefully to the suggestions. Hold out your arm again. Right? Okay? Look me directly in the eye. Think of that unpleasant experience again. Keep your eyes open and think of that terrible experience. Have you done so? Keep thinking of it and make your arm strong. Okay? Now, put your eyes up on the top of your head. Hold your head straight, but put your eyes way up on, yes, yes. Think of the, keep them up. Think of the unpleasant experience. Okay? Now, drop your eyes down. Think of the unpleasant experience. Okay? Now, shift your eyes to the left. to your left. Think of the unpleasant experience. Okay? Shift your eyes to the right. Keep your head straight. Think of the unpleasant experience. Okay? Now, where were your eyes when your arm was the strongest? Do you remember?
When I was looking down.
When you were looking down, you felt that your arm was the strongest. Okay? Fine. I will tell you more about this later. But when you were looking down, your eyes down, your arm was the strongest. When did you feel that your arm was the weakest?
Okay, so when I was looking right, I think.
When you were looking right. Okay?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's try that again. We'll just do
The same?
yeah, the same. Okay? Head straight. Look left. Think of the unpleasant experience. Okay? Look right. Think of the unpleasant experience. Okay? Okay, I think you were correct. All right? Now, sit down. All right, now, if you would like, you can put on the earphones. I'm going to take you on a shamanic journey, and it will be something that I think you will enjoy very much, Molly, and you will remember it very, very well. You will remember everything that we do very well. And when you notice something or experience something that is very emotional for you, I would like you to hold up a finger or hold up a hand. All right? And just so I can see it. It's not important that anybody else sees it, just so I can see it. When something really leaves an emotional impact upon you. Okay? So, I'm going to have you close your eyes and just put yourself into as relaxed and rested a condition as you can. You might take a few deep breaths. And you might just find the correct amount of looseness to allow into your muscles. Not too loose or you will fall off the chair. But not too tight or you will not be sufficiently relaxed. Now, you look very comfortable to me. Do you feel fairly comfortable? All right? No, you don't open your eyes. If I ask you a question, you can nod your head or you can speak. Seeing you have never been hypnotized before, let me explain that to you. It is very easy for most people to speak when they're hypnotized. Also, when you are hypnotized, you will feel just about the same as when you are not hypnotized. But it is those times when you feel very strong emotion that I want you to signal to me. Now you understand. Just nod your head yes or shake your head no. You understand my question, what I just said? Now, I'd like you to count to yourself. You will hear this bell. That's number 1. Every time you hear the bell, yes, you will become more and more relaxed. And go deeper and deeper within yourself. Remember, the bell brings you back to where you are and eliminates distracting thoughts. Just breathe easily. down deeply enough into yourself to really look at your creative imagination. Let's see if you can imagine something that is slender and tall and strong. What would that be? Tell me. When you have imagined something that is slender and very tall, very strong. All right, what is it?
A man.
Okay. Now, this man is so slender, so strong, so tall, that you enjoy looking at him. You enjoy being near him. And you notice that he is very tall. But if you look in back of him, you will see something that is not a man, that is even taller than he is. Something slender and strong and tall in back of this man. What would that be? A light. Very good. Now, a light. That light has some unusual qualities to it. That man is going to take you over to the light. Imagine that the two of you are walking together to that light. Maybe you are walking hand in hand. Maybe he is carrying you. Or maybe you are simply walking side by side. But the two of you are walking toward that light. Now, that light goes up into the sky, but the light also goes down into the ground and into the ocean. That man can take you in either direction. Which way would you like to go? Into the sky or into the ground or into the ocean?
Into the ocean.
All right. Imagine that there's an ocean nearby the light. And now the light is going deeply into the ocean. And you trust that man. He is very strong. And you know that he will see that no harm comes to you. And you know that with him, you will be able to breathe under water. That man is about to take you into the ocean. But remember to have your hands in such a position that if you feel a strong sense of emotion, you can move one of your fingers. Okay? Now that man is taking you under the water. You're holding on to the light. In fact, you can swim near the light. You can dive if you prefer. You can dive down into the light. But the man is taking you further and further down. And you are going down, deeply, deeply down into the ocean. Deeper and deeper down. It's so relaxing to go so deeply down into the ocean, being protected by this man who you trust very, very much. And each step you go into the ocean, each time he takes you to a deeper area, you become more and more relaxed. And you become more and more imaginative. And you might begin to see other creatures in the ocean as you go deeper and deeper down into the water with this man who is your guide. Deeper and deeper, further and further, down deeply, deeply, deeply into the ocean. are surprised that you can breathe so easily. But that is because of the nature of this ocean and the light. It is a very special ocean of light. The light can exist anywhere, in the air, outside of the air, on the land, or in the ocean. As you go deeper and deeper down into the ocean, and as this man helps you to make the descent. Down, down, deeply down. And just remember the numbers that you said at the beginning, because those numbers will now take you deeper into the ocean. 1, deeper and deeper. 2, further and further into the ocean. 3, deeply, deeply down. 4, you are enjoying going deeply, deeply down into the water. 5, no harm can come to you because you are with this man. 6, deeply, deeply into the ocean. 7, and your eyes are wide open. You can see everything in the ocean that you want. 8, you can touch and you can feel anything in the ocean. 9, and emotionally you feel very good and very safe with this man. And 10, now are miles and miles away from shore, and you just are going to make the most of this trip into the ocean now that you are there. Now that you are with the man, and now that you are traveling with the light. Take a look around in the ocean. Take a look at everything that you can see. Do you see anything that strikes you as unusual in any way? Or that is interesting to you in any way? Feel free to tell me if you do. Yes, once more, please. All right. Yes, that's fine. Some people in the back didn't hear, so I think I'm going to have you say that once more, a little louder.
Riflessi.
All right. Let's go deep.
Riflessi.
Let's remain where you are. Let's remain where you are. And maybe look in another direction. And as you look in the other direction, maybe you will see something else interesting. Maybe you will not. But let's find out if you do. And let us know if you see something else in the other direction.
I can see something in evolution.
Yes.
Like a shape changing. Changing shape.
All right, you can see a changing shape as in evolution. Now, let's go over to the other direction. Just take your time. There's no rush. Go over to the other direction and see if there's anything that you see looking over there. Okay, nothing else special. That's fine. And now there's only one more direction for you to look.